Hello everyone, we are in Ocala, Florida this morning. We stayed at this beautiful new hotel. It's very nice.
Muchas cucarachas.
No,
No?
very nice. And I think we've stayed here before.
Might have, could have, would have.
Yeah, it's nice.
You want to tell them our social security number too?
No.
Welcome on board, guys. Katie and I are going to argue through the city of Ocala.
Oh yes, since everyone loves our arguments.
So we're just going to find something to argue about.
Yeah.
At some point in the video, we'll argue with each other.
Do you want to have Starbucks for breakfast?
You stupid millennial!
Yeah. I just found the thing that I thought you'd argue with me about, or either you'd be like, "Oh,
We're going
okay."
to cattle dogs.
Really?
Yeah. But first, you got to do an Ocala video.
Really?
You could. But first, you got to do an Ocala video.
Okay.
Which makes no sense because we're already on the road that goes to cattle dog. But
We're on a road that goes to Cattle
these
Dog?
dang subscribers. They're only in Citrus County from what I can tell.
Yes.
These dang subscribers want to see Ocala. I don't give a crap about Ocala. You guys know that. I will never let me not say that because that's how we ended up in Lehigh.
Yeah.
That's how we ended up in Lehigh there.
I've been plotting for years how I can get you to move to Ocala.
That's how we ended up in Lehigh, by saying this will never happen. Let me just not say that about Ocala quite yet. I don't want to have to eat my own words.
Especially since I've been plotting to get you to move here for years.
I don't know who the crap's been plotting for us to move to Lehigh for years, though.
I think that Michael Guarini guy.
If he knew we lived in, I don't think I blocked him off YouTube. If he knew that we lived in
I think he
Lehigh,
does.
he would have a heart. He
Yeah.
It's not why I blocked him.
Yeah.
If that guy knew we lived in Lehigh, he'd have a heart attack.
Don't you post in Lehigh groups?
Yeah, but I blocked him on everything because he was getting too annoying.
He is annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Word gets around, though. Word gets around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'd have a heart attack. After all this crap you talked about Lehigh, now you live here. Dang it.
Dang. Oh, man.
And most people are smart enough to figure it out,
Uh-huh.
but some people just aren't.
Yeah.
Most people are smart enough to figure out that when we started trolling Lehigh
Yeah.
for so viciously, you know.
Yeah.
Let me give you guys some background context. I lived in Naples, Florida, which is a very affluent area. And for the most part, a lot of the people would say comments like, "Oh, you live in Lehigh because it's the most affordable area in Southwest Florida." So all the prejudiced, rude, snobby people would just automatically say, "Oh, you live in Lehigh" as a diss, you know. But no, I lived in Naples actually, you know, for 20 years. So, so the whole Lehigh thing, being from Naples, is kind of like a diss. It's kind of like saying, you know, you're not even good enough to live here.
Yeah.
You know. So that was a coming thing on our YouTube channel, where a lot of times people would just assume because I'm from Naples that what I really was saying I live in Lehigh because I'm Spanish. And there's a huge problem down there with what's that word in your real estate? I always forget it.
Steering.
Steering. There's a huge problem with steering in Southwest Florida, and I've had. I mean, we need to make a video just on that subject. We really need to make a video just on that subject because it's so prevalent in Southwest Florida that I think 60 to 80% of people who are Spanish that move to Southwest Florida are having to deal with steering from the realtors. And I tried lawyering up, and the lawyer told me it's not really nothing can be done about it, really. But it's really prevalent. I need to make a YouTube video about it. She's cleaning the car while they're driving around town. There you go. That's one way to put your wife to good use. Instead of sitting there cleaning my truck, I'm gonna buy you some armor all next time we see a gas station. This guy's pimping hard next to the car. The guy in the car next to us is pimping hard, bro. He's got his girl armor alling his car for him. That's pimping hard right there. Keeping a strong pimp hand. Ow! What the crap is your problem? What is it, Tuesday morning? Tuesday morning in Ocala. Not a lot of traffic at this time.
I love the little houses in
10 a.m.
Ocala. Look at that. That is cute.
That's the hood, dog.
That's cute.
It's the hood. You trying to steer me into the hood?
I just like the house.
You're not even a realtor yet, and you're already steering me.
How am I steering you? I just said I liked the house. I thought it was pretty.
Why don't you talk about the demographics of the neighborhood first? Anyways, I'm going to have to make a video on steering. This is so common in Southwest Florida. It's illegal. Realtors do it. And if you try to lawyer up, the lawyer pretty much told us, hey, there's not a lot that can be done about this. So we're in West Ocala. Now, last time we were here in West Ocala, we did some videos, and the people always say the dumbest, stupidest things.
Always.
And think they can get away with it. So, last time we did videos here, this is the hood. A lot of people said, oh, you got to go to Silver Shore Springs. We went there. Dude, at least they're new houses. You know what I mean? They're saying that's the hood, and people that live within Ocala city limits were like, oh, that's not even the worst part, blah, blah, blah. But, we end up going down there to where they said was a hood, and it ain't got nothing on this. The Ocala city limits has some hoods. But the people that live here, for some reason, whether it's realtors or residents, they always go out to defend their city when you show the hoods. And it's not even like they're trash talking their city. Yeah. They just get offended, and they
turn into a bunch of Karens.
Yeah, they turn into a bunch of offended little Karens when you mention their city. But if I'm going to show you Ocala, I'm going to show you the good and the bad. And I feel like a lot of the bad neighborhoods, you need to know, like, there's a criminal element here. There's a lot of homelessness and stuff like that. So, like, how am I going to, like, show you the city and you're thinking about moving here? I'm not going to tell you, okay, here's the bad stuff, too. So a lot of people don't, for some reason, they just don't want to acknowledge, it's okay. I mean, like, it's by your, you have a budget. When you go to buy a house or whatever, you have a budget. And if your budget's low, you're not going to get the best neighborhood. That's not even a matter, But Ocala's one of those cities that always seems to have a lot of people fighting back. I think they're in denial.
Yeah.
And we've been addressing this a lot on our channel lately. I think a large problem of it is denial. Like, people don't want to accept that,
And that denial is everywhere.
Yeah, it's everywhere. It's not just here. Give me a second. I got somebody who's screwed over with them pass. It's a lot of denial. And just people who, for the most part, don't want to accept that the reality, really, of wherever they live. And you're not even trash talking their towns and they get offended, so that lets you know they're already, like, sensitive about it. But obviously, anybody with half a brain can figure out this is kind of a hood area. It's more inner city.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
We have lived in a lot of really rundown, poor neighborhoods in our whole life. We've lived in all types of bad places. And I've lived in better places. And let me tell you, there's a difference between living in a good place and a better place. So far, we've been in Fort Myers for 4 months.
Yeah.
Look at that Chevy Nova, bro.
August, September, October, November.
Yeah, 4 months there.
4 months.
Overall, we haven't had any real issues in Fort Myers.
Not really.
The only issue we've had is the people that are building the new houses. They're really the problem. The people that, like, live in the neighborhood aren't really a problem.
Yeah.
It's the people that come into the neighborhood. They're building a lot of houses where we live.
Yeah.
And the people that come to work on the houses are mostly, like, Hondurans and Mexicans. And they really resent that we live in that neighborhood. Like, they're always like we've had to put rocks out by the side of the road because people like to drive. They'll drive into our, this is called the village apartments.
Yeah.
They like to drive into our grass. We've had to put rocks out by the side of the road because people like to drive on our grass. Just to be jerks about it. The dump truck drivers, they're Cubans like we are, and they're jerks too. The dump truck drivers seem to be really jerky folks, man. They don't really. It's like they if they have a chance to drive on your grass, they will just to do it.
Yeah.
You know. So it seems like the most problems we've had in Fort Myers so far has been not so much the neighbors as much as the people that come to work in the neighborhood. People that come to work from other places, and most of them probably live in Lehigh. I'm gonna guess, right? Or Fort Myers. Do you think most of the workers that come there live probably Lehigh, Fort Myers?
Probably Fort Myers.
Or Lehigh. Yeah, we really haven't had problems in our neighborhood.
No.
At all. It's been mostly been, that's about it, right? It's just the people that, I mean, the thing about living in Fort Myers is like, if let's say you go to get your oil change, you know, like, you gotta make sure they actually change your oil.
Yeah.
Fort Myers is probably the most crooked city we've lived in.
Yeah.
I mean, it's more crooked than Miami, I think. It just kind of blows your mind.
Yeah.
It's like, but it's actually like, Fort Myers is more, I don't know what's the word I'm looking for. Crooked? Is crooked the word I'm looking for?
Maybe, yeah.
More finesse. It's just a dirty place. Like, it's not dangerous, like, to your safety. It's like, it's not really that there's like criminals, like crooks and gangs and stuff. It's more like that, like, you walk into a business, an established business, and they'll try to rip you off. That's really the thing in Fort Myers.
Yeah.
In Fort Myers, you have to be really careful when you're doing business. Like, let's say you go get your tire changed. Like, I had somebody that I went to get my do a few things on the car that I bought a shop, and they wanted to charge me almost $600 to put sensors in my tires. I'm like, yo, you know, like that. I know I can get that done for $80, you know. And they wanted to charge me $600. And anytime you're hiring somebody in Fort Myers, you're dealing with people trying to rip you off. Just like, it's very prevalent. It's almost a way of life in Fort Myers to rip people off. It's just, it's aggravating, really, because every time you're trying to do something, and I'm not talking bad on the people of Ocala. Like, when I drive through Ocala, I see people just like me. You know, parents taking their kids to school. You know, like, just people just like me. I'm not trash talking the people. It's not the people, but I don't know why I should even have to explain that. But people are just always offended for some reason. I'm gonna get gas.
Looks like that tire is bouncing around a little bit.
You got a flat tire? Us?
It sounds like the tire's bouncing around a little
Yeah,
bit.
this thing's loud. This thing,
yeah.
I think there's a vacuum leak, is what I think it is. It's louder in the morning. Oh, that noise? That pop.
Yeah.
I think it has a vacuum leak, is what I think it is. Let's head back into the city. Yeah, really, Fort Myers, I mean, it's a very crooked place, but as far as your safety and neighbors, we've actually had, so far, very decent encounters. Like, one of our neighbors gave us a mango tree.
Yeah.
You know, that's pretty nice.
And another neighbor gave us some food.
They gave us some deer meat, yeah. Like, so, it's not like you're cool and buddy-buddy with your neighbors. You know, like, you're not cool with them, you're not buddy-buddy with them.
You
You coexist.
peacefully.
Yeah, peacefully, and, like, they stay out of your way. And that's the difference between, like, middle class. We don't live in a rich neighborhood. To me, it's not rich, but it's more like middle class, where people, they work so much that the only time that you could ever have a problem with your neighbors is during the weekend, because during the week they're not there. They're gone from 6 in the morning to 6 in the afternoon, you know? And you're not going to have a problem.
And a lot of times, at least in our weekend, people will, like, do stuff on the weekends. Like, they'll do their
Everybody a
shopping.
little barbecue or something.
Or they'll barbecue. And it's really nice.
Yeah. But I'll tell you, there's a difference between living in a neighborhood where people are not doing anything with, like in Alabama, our neighbors, nobody did anything. The only person in that neighborhood who went to work was the lady across the street. And she turned out to probably be the most decent person there. Unless she was gossiping behind our backs with the other people. hard to tell since they're all related.
Yeah.
I think if I turn the AC off, it might have less noise. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, going to downtown real quick. Show them downtown. Yeah, but for the most part, I mean, like, the guys on one side of us were supposed to be both of them were disabled to get a government check, but they weren't really disabled. They were just finessing the system.
Yeah.
Guy on the other side got a disability check. He wasn't really disabled. The guy, the sheriff got, supposedly sheriff guy, he was disabled. Everybody in that street in Alabama was on disability. Like, just about, right? Right or wrong?
Yeah.
Just about everybody in Alabama in that neighborhood was on disability. Everybody was disabled. Nobody worked. And a vast majority of them were either on moonshine or meth or who knows what the crap, or fireball or whatever. And all they did was bother you and do drugs all the time. It's not like they were waking up and going to work, but like where we live now, everybody gets up and goes to work.
Yep.
Like I almost feel like some of our neighbors resent that we don't get up and go to work at 6 in the morning. It's kind of like the way I feel like our neighbors might even resent a little bit. And there's a few retired people on our street too, but they don't bother you at all.
No.
They just like to themselves. And then there's a lot of police officers where we live now too. There's way too many police officers there.
Yeah.
And the ones across the street, they're not cops, but behind their house, their family, and there's cops. And there's a lot of cops in that neighborhood. And then the difference, we had cops.
Good.
We lived in a neighborhood with a lot of police officers in Alabama too, but the thing is that those police officers were kind of like claned up. You know, like they weren't the type of police officer, like if you had a problem, if you went to them, they'd probably like laugh about it. You know, like, they weren't going to help you. But these people here don't play. These are very like,
yeah. If there's a crime, they're going to solve it.
yeah, they're not going to have crime in their community. These people are very stand up. Like they're not going to put up with any type of misappropriation in the neighborhood.
Yeah. He's there once.
So I can say it's been 4 months already.
Yeah.
We haven't had any issues in Fort Myers at all.
Yeah. Oh, I know why you don't like Ocala. Because before we started doing this, the only 2 experiences that you had in Ocala were bad.
We've had some ugly experiences here.
Yeah.
Yeah. We haven't had the best experiences here. Okay, so you want a GPS?
My favorite
Citrus
place.
County?
Yeah.
Cattle Dog. Want to go to one in Inverness? I think Inverness deserves a visit. That's a great little town. Is there anything we haven't? Well, we could show like the dumpy. No, let's not do that. We haven't really done this area. We'll call it too much. Yeah, it looks kind of cool today. It's 53 degrees according to our car. It's great. Mofongo! Do you like mofongo? Llegaron los mofongueros.
Turn right onto Southwest 10th Street.
Okay, we'll show here for a minute.
You're supposed to go the other way.
I know. I'm still exploring a little bit.
Okay.
I'm still exploring.
We're still about 45 minutes away.
Mofongo. So there's a lot of Puerto Ricans and Cubans, and I said there's a Jamaican flag over there. So yeah, there's diversity coming to Ocala. You can see there's a Jamaican flag over there, and there's a Puerto Rican mofongo over here. So there is diversity coming into Ocala, but it's not like you're not going to feel as at home as in Miami, for example. You're going to feel a little bit more like a fish out of water here. It's not like there isn't diversity. Like, there are people coming here from Puerto Rico, Cuba, Miami, Jamaicans, Haitians, and all that. I think there's a lot of pushback from the locals. You know, like there is people coming here from Miami, and you know, there's starting to be more diversity, but it hasn't come without a little bit of pushback from the locals, who kind of resent these people coming here. But it's undoubtedly, Ocala is going to become Miami. Undoubtedly, I mean, this is going to gentrify. And this is where we should have came to be. Instead of going to Alabama, we should have came here.
Yeah.
But when we came to buy,
Nothing was available.
nothing was on the market. Nothing was on, and what was on the market was in the absolute, like, in that little neighborhood we just went in through at the beginning, which it's the hood. And bro, I'm tired of living in the hood. But let me tell you this, living in some backwards wooded area is just as bad as living in the hood, if not worse. You know? Because in the hood, like, you just show you're bad and then everybody leaves you alone. Like, if I moved into the hood and just pulled a few stunts, so, like, when somebody did something to you, you just handle that once or twice and everybody knows, okay, that guy, leave him alone, you know? But in the backwoods, they just keep, the scarier you look to them, the more they plot against you. Because they're all about psychology, and I don't work well with psychology. If I got a problem, I got to just take care of it. I don't know. But, you know where we failed? Instead of trying to buy a house outright in Ocala, we should have just rented a nice house in a decent neighborhood. And then had all that money freed up to invest in the businesses. That's what we should have done. I don't know if it's too late for us to still do that. I'm okay in Fort Myers though.
Yeah, at least right now.
Yeah, we're alright in Fort Myers for now. We're not bad in Fort Myers, but it's just the cost of living down there. It's just not. It's not feasible, like in the long term.
Yeah.
Unless we are making good money, but
yeah. Well, let's give it 6 months and address it then.
Yeah, there's no rush. I'm okay where I'm at. I'm not ready to move right now. Like we need time to just kind of find ourselves. You know. If I had credit, I would find us out. But I would come to Ocala, but like we tried Sebring. The realtors were playing games.
Yeah.
We tried Ocala, the realtors were playing games.
Yeah.
Colombian place? Oh no, I just saw those colors, not that Colombian. GPS Inverness. Oh, this is that Cuban place we had last time,
Yeah.
Habano, whatever.
It wasn't bad.
It wasn't good either.
Yeah. Here we go to our favorite place.
In 600
You're gonna
feet,
need to
turn left onto
left.
West Silver Springs Boulevard.
Oh, this will take us straight there.
Turn
One.
left onto West Silver Springs Boulevard.
Dunellen. Hey, there's a sign for Dunellen in Ocala. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Why wouldn't there be?
Can I see the GPS real quick?
So,
I'm pretty sure the closest one is in Dunellen. Inverness, I'm sorry. Wow, there's a bunch of speed traps on 75 today. It says 6 minutes slower the back way through 200, but I'm gonna go through 200. And 42 minutes. I'm gonna go through 200 though. 6 minutes slower, but we're gonna take 200. About an hour, less than an hour. Maybe get some gas at some point too. Well, I think Ocala could still be an option for us in the future because of its affordability. I think that's why so many people like the Ocala videos, because every time we do an Ocala video, it like blows the crap up. The problem is we would have to end up in a nice neighborhood. Are there nice neighborhoods in Ocala? I don't think I found any. Like we've missed the nice neighborhoods. We've always ended up in like the crappy areas. The areas, I don't know.
Continue on West Silver Springs Boulevard for 3/4 of a mile.
Every time we do an Ocala video, it just blows the crap up. I mean, they really eat it up. And I think it's simply affordability. Like, there's nothing else affordable in Florida, so like, Ocala is kind of like the next stepping stone.
Yeah.
But that means that the people that are coming here aren't coming here with money, they're coming here with problems.
Yeah.
That kind of worries me a little bit.
Yeah.
In 1/4 mile, turn left onto Southwest 16th Avenue, Southwest 24th Street.
This guy's a popo. Ocala has good barbecue. Their Cuban food sucks for the most part. It's nothing. It ain't got nothing on it. What's my turn right here? Yeah.
Turn left onto Southwest
Yeah.
16th Avenue, Southwest 24th Street.
I don't think anymore about Ocala. I think we'd have done better. Like after living in Alabama,
Yeah.
I recognize that we can't just move into any small little hick area. Like Denellen, I'd even. I don't know if Denellen's modern enough to where we've got a few people that moved to. We've helped 20 people move to Denellen probably.
Mhm.
That are probably watching this video right now. I don't know what to think anymore. And for our YouTube videos, this area has always been hot. Like, we've never done videos up here that haven't blown up.
Mhm.
The same thing about Jacksonville. Jacksonville and Ocala are two areas where our YouTube videos have always done really well.
Yeah, our population is growing here. They need to get a good Cuban place here,
Yeah, they need better Cuban
like
food.
a bakery, Cuban
They need to
bakery.
get real Cuban food, but there's not enough Cubans here for that. There are Cubans here, but it's
Yeah.
not enough for that. What are they selling?
Continue on Southwest 16th
It
Avenue
looks
for
like
half a mile.
dinosaur kale.
What the crap is dinosaur kale?
It's kale. It's just big kale
Big kale.
or collard greens.
That sounds like a rapper's name. Big kale.
Oh, they're selling collard greens for the holiday.
I don't know what a collard green is. I've never lived in the South. Never really been that deep in South Roger. I don't know. How I don't like collard greens.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good name for a rapper. Big Kale. What's up, Big Kale? We got Big Kale. Is this person living in a town on the street corner? Oh no, that's never good.
And they got
In a
their own
quarter mile,
grill.
turn
And they
right
got
onto
their own
Florida
grill?
200
Yep.
Southwest College Road.
And nobody's done anything about that? What the crap? That's never cool. What up, Big Kale? That's a good name for a rapper, Big Kale.
Turn right onto Florida 200 Southwest College Road.
Big Kale, we got Big Kale on the track. What up, Big Kale? Oh, what up, dog? Nah, man, you know me, I keep it real, dog. Big Kale. If somebody's still looking for a rap name,
Collard greens. That's what it is.
Continue on Florida 200 for 3 miles.
if somebody's still looking for a rap name, Big Kale, man, that'll do it for you right there.
Oh yeah.
We got Big Kale on the track, dog. What's up? Hey, what up, cuz? Hey, man, we out here, though, counting all. Big Kale. I think being a rapper is the only occupation where you don't have to have any requirements for it. You could just be unemployed. It's not like you could be unemployed. You could be like have a criminal record. You could be obese. It doesn't matter. Actually, the more of those things you have, the better you qualified you are.
Oh my gosh.
Like, I've seen people like, you had a job, man. You can't be a rapper, dog. You
They
had
have
a
an
job."
El Toro here.
Yeah, what's El Toro?
One of
Oh,
the
insurance company?
No, the Mexican restaurant.
Oh, okay.
Like they
We're
have
not having the same conversation here.
No.
You're talking about Mexican restaurants. I'm talking about rap careers. We're not on the same subject.
They
here.
have those in Alabama. It's like a chain.
Cool. Pep Boys.
Yeah. Take 5, also in Alabama.
Yeah. And Golden Corral. Isn't a corral where you put all your pigs inside of?
Yes.
A little offensive. Why are people act like it's like the Arctic cold up here? Like, you see how these people are dressed up? Ooh, a truck like ours. Nice. Oh, they got good trucks there. We gotta check out Ocala when we go to buy cars next
Oh
time.
yeah.
You can just tell
I
they got-
tried to tell you we should come up here and look
Bro,
for
look,
cars.
they got good cars. They got good trucks, man.
I tell you, didn't I tell you? But I told you.
Yeah. They got good cars, man. Anyways. saying, like, being a rapper, like, well, most careers, you gotta have, like, credentials. Rappers, like, the more credentials you have, the less, like, I think people like, man, you had a job, bro. You can't be rapping out here, bro. I see you went to college, dog. You know, like, you had a job, bro. And you're not even morbidly obese, dog.
Slice went to college.
He did. And he got taunted for that. Other rappers be like, man, this dude went to school trying to read a book, dog. You know, like they're mad at him for it. I think people make fun of Plies for going to college.
No, he's awesome. He went to college and he probably got a scholarship.
Yeah.
So he went for free.
I would like to see, what's that? Is it Joe Brown, that judge?
Yeah.
I would like to see Plies in front of Joe Brown. Like, you fool. What's he say to people? You went to college and you over here trying to rap and perpetrate. You a thug. You went to college, but now you over here with all that women. I love there's no way that's real. Like George Brown judge, there's no way that's real, right?
Yeah, it might be.
You think that's real?
Maybe.
It is too funny to be real.
Maybe he just has a personality. Some people have personalities, Jose.
You over here perpetrating, you a gangster. You ain't pay your child support. How you gangster? You ain't take care of your kids, son. But no, for real though, like, there's no way that TV show's real.
Yeah.
I like the one where he's got the one guy that's like when they try to act gangster on him.
Yeah.
Arrest him! Arrest him now!
No.
You got all that woman's. Let's take what you got on now. You got all that woman's jewelry on. Yeah, college. Plies went to college.
Yeah, which means he probably understands what his contracts say.
Well, like, Rick Ross was a corrections officer.
Good.
You can't be a corrections officer and decide to rap. I don't know. It's just you're on the fence. You're either one party or with the other. You can't be on both.
Yeah.
Any other people with lack credentials to be a rapper?
Me, but I put out a
Disclaimer.
island girl, Irish girl.
That's not rapping though. It's
No,
more
it's
like,
not. It's more like saying words and
Yeah, I don't know.
yeah,
Actually, that's singing. Actually, they were singing.
yeah,
They weren't really rapping. They were singing.
yeah.
They still haven't dropped the studio version of that song. They're gonna lose their way.
They've already lost it.
They've lost their way, bro. I told you they weren't gonna do it.
Yeah.
Like all those people around them, they're not. They're taking advantage. Like they had their wave, and they just didn't have good people around them to put them on the contract or at least get them in a studio.
You're never gonna
Like,
hear from
instead
them
of-
again.
Yeah, like they manage their own YouTube channel. Like why didn't they immediately pay a studio and pay somebody to make a beat? Like they could have $2,000-$3,000. Maybe 3,000.
You
tops.
talk about how you're rich in songs, but yet you
like he could have grabbed $3,000, which I'm sure their YouTube channel might have made it this month because they had one song that made 8 million views. So 8 million, they might not be monetized yet. Their channel wasn't big enough. Well, if their channel wasn't monetized before, then they're done because they had 1 million views already. So they should have enough. They should have their channel monetized. They could have grabbed one of their YouTube checks this last month, hit up the studio. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
pawn some of their clothes or something and got in the studio.
yeah.
They should have got in the studio and made a studio version with their own beat. Like, you don't need. All you need is to buy studio time and buy somebody to make a beat for you. Like, that's not hard. Why isn't that song already have a studio version by them? 4 other people have made studio versions of their song. Like remixes and whatever. Like why have other people made money off their song and they haven't made money off their song?
I've made money off it.
We made money off their song.
I monetized that little
It
short.
got 4,000 views already, I think.
Yeah.
Last time I checked.
It's monetized.
Yeah. We're making money off their song and they're not.
Yeah.
How is everybody making? Maybe they're gonna go and sue everybody eventually. Wouldn't that be a twist of turn? Like if they acted like they were complete morons and then they turn around and sued everybody? That'd be something, huh?
I could say it.
It's not copyrighted though.
Mm-mm. You have to
You have to
copyright it.
copyright it?
Uh-huh. If it's copyrighted and
Well,
you
on
hold the
YouTube-
rights,
I don't know. So they can't sue. They can't really sue people.
no.
That's what I'm saying. Like, at what point? Like, we're making money off them.
Yeah.
They're not making money off themselves. Like, they should have hit the studio. Like, there's no excuse why, 3 weeks into this, 4 weeks into this, they still haven't hit up the studio.
Even if you manage yourself, you gotta like put stuff out. Like at least that. Like a good version of that.
And then Kodak Black says the guy can't be called Trip whatever Red. What was the guy's other name?
Kodiak Red.
Kodiak Red. Kodak Black told him he couldn't be called that because he was gonna sue him. So like even that was stripped. Even their artist names have been stripped from them. That's why the one called Fly Soldier, like that's the one they're all trying to help because they're already beefing with one of them. And all they're trying to do is split them up because together their voices complement. I mean, they're twins. Their voices complement themselves perfectly
Yeah.
to where they need to work together. But by splitting them up, they're already cutting their power in half
Yeah.
or more. I don't get it. Like,
In a quarter mile, keep right to continue on Florida 200.
What they need is someone like bigger that can like.
no, they don't need anybody. They got the clout. All they have to do, they have a
Support
YouTube.
it.
They have a YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
Keep right to
Call the
continue
home-
on Florida 200.
Yeah.
Call the homie with the camera and say, "Hey, bro, we're gonna record another music video."
Yeah.
They've made their own rap songs, so they know people who make beats. They can have somebody make a beat for them.
They just need
Continue
to
on Florida
professionally
200
record
for
it.
21 miles.
And it's easy because they already have the melody. So
Yeah.
I mean, all you dun 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 dun. They don't even have to create a beat. Like
Yeah.
they can probably sing the song and have somebody come in and make the beat over the song.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's not that hard. It's just blows my mind how they haven't dropped the studio version of that song yet.
Yeah.
And I think too, like I think it's Fly Soldier sings better,
Mm-hmm.
and then the other one just kind of mumbles. Like there's one
But
song.
they complement each other.
Yeah, but
It's still
they
complement.
still compliment each other, right? Because one of them mumbles. One's like, "Hey, yeah, oh man, you might know." It just mumbles like you can't understand him. But the other one actually sings.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can tell one's a little bit more talented than the other, but then the music industry is just like the one that's not talented is just like blowing him off.
Yeah.
It's pretty sad.
They're twins. Keep them together.
They gotta be together, bro. I don't know. I just know that they're gonna lose. They lost their way basically.
Yeah.
In 2 weeks, next week nobody's gonna be talking about them. In fact, if you talk about them a week from now, you're gonna be like, "Why are you still talking about that? It's gone." They had their wave,
Yep.
and they didn't use it to their advantage. You know, our top 3 video right now
Uh-huh.
is Orange Mountain, Tennessee. The neighborhood where they shot Young Dolph is our 3rd video right now. So it's just the fact that we did one video in that neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
People are circulating so much on the internet that our video got views.
Mm-hmm.
Something like 700 people a day are watching that video now,
Mm.
simply because that's where that happened.
Yeah.
And what's really sad about it is that there's people that's just jumping on that, as a...
Mm-hmm.
Like, think about it. We're not even trying. We just happened to make a video in that neighborhood
Yeah.
a while back, and now our video's making us money. So imagine if you have a YouTube channel in Memphis, your channel's blowing up right now because of that.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many people that are make a come up out of this guy getting shot.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. I mean, whoever did it, they get street clout. Now every artist in Memphis is dropping diss tracks on each other and all that just to get clout. and a lot of them are pretending like they're the ones who did. There's like already I've seen 3 people trying to like hint like they might have been the ones who did it, even though it can get them arrested for life.
Oh yeah.
They're still willing to like try to take. They're willing to take credit for something they didn't do. That could
Oh,
basically.
they self-snitching.
They're self-snitching on something they didn't even do just to get clout. This guy's like in a rush. Look at this car. What is he? Why is he in a rush? This car right here. Like he's been like zipping in and out with that ugly thing. Que eso, bro? Like, is he living inside that? I hope not. That thing is hideous, bro.
Mm-hmm.
The trailer's
It
hideous.
looks like a hearse.
The trailer's hideous. The topper is even more hideous. And he's like driving like an idiot. He's like all over the road. Dude, that thing is the most hideous thing I've ever seen. It's homemade. And then they painted it the same color as the truck. It's homemade. Like, he had a topper up on another truck. And he cut off the windows and then made it out of wood. Like, the time and effort it took him to build that, he could have just saved up and bought it like brand new.
Yeah.
He's driving like an idiot though. There's usually a lot of homeless people around here. This is 200 heading out. That thing is hideous, bro. Look how fast he's driving. Gang, gang, swing. Out there is crazy. Look at our brake squeal. 200 traffic sucks. This road's got some pretty crappy traffic. It's not as bad as Whisper one. Nonetheless, sucks. I'm surprised there aren't beggars out yet. It's still too early in the morning for them to be out begging, right? Gang, gang, swing, dang, dang. Ocala. I always wondered, what about the little house we wanted to buy in the line? What a lost opportunity, bro.
What?
That little house in the line that they would have sold us for $70,000. Man, if we had bought that house, our life would have been different.
Yeah.
But then we weren't even doing the travel blogs at that point.
No,
we were doing the fishing, right?
Yeah.
We were trying to kick off the fishing channel. Which was better than the pigeons, but it was nothing.
Well, we were kind of just started. Just started the channel.
Yeah, like if that had worked out, we would have never been positioned to where we are now. Which is kind of odd. It's like sometimes a good opportunity is lost because something better is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because there's something better coming.
Yeah, like that would have been good, but this was better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you just gotta take those risks. I don't even know how to explain it.
Yeah.
Because that would have been a good opportunity at this moment.
Yeah.
But everything else has transpired since is what's kind of led us to where we are now. It's weird. I mean, I'm not gonna tell you I don't have resentment. You know, I don't have like regrets. It's probably the best word, regret. There's regrets in my life at this point.
Yeah.
But I recognize that without those mistakes, you wouldn't have had.
Well, there has to be some kind of learning process. If it's easy, it's like.
The thing is, if it's easy, you're not going anywhere.
Yeah, if it's too.
If you're going
easy.
somewhere, if it's too easy, you're not advancing.
Yeah.
You have to like be at complete odds to get ahead. You're not gonna get ahead if you're not at complete odds of life. Like if you're not like totally. But eventually, you get to a point in life where you get more mature, you get better position, and then you can make better moves.
Yeah.
Like when you get to your 30s, 40s, 50s, you figure it out better.
Yeah, we're in our 30s and we're trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
And we'll probably have it figured out soon.
Well, I hope we get it figured out. Because some people don't figure it out. And we're positioned beautifully right now. But you can't go back in time and, like...
Yeah.
Everything's a loss and a trade-off.
I think we'll have it figured out by the time we're 40.
I think by the time we're 40, we're gonna be millionaires. Yeah.
Hopefully.